Hi, my name is Jean, and I use they, them pronouns. I'm currently in grad school, and my assistantship is in residential life, where I work as an assistant resident director. As an assistant resident director, I supervise 6 RAs and hold meetings, staff meetings. I am on duty, and I hold positions as part of a committee in the RA recruitment and selection. And so this past summer, I wanted to do an internship within residential life, but experience residential life in a different way. I had the opportunity to choose projects, and I really wanted to choose projects that let my creative side out, and focused more on creating other than enforcing or doing a task. So I chose to build a common read curriculum. When I was working this summer, it didn't take me that long to come up with what I wanted to do with my vision, which was to have everyone read books in reading groups, and talk about how they felt about reading In Between the World and Me, which has largely to do with Blackness in America, racism, the education system, and power and privilege. And so I had these ideas, and for 2 weeks I got stuck on okay, how am I gonna do this? It's never been done here. I don't know what to do. Is this even possible? So I sat down with my supervisor, and I was like, hey, I'm just stressed. Is what I'm doing enough? I don't know if what I'm trying to do is okay or is even possible, or I don't know how I'm going to do all of these things. So we went for a walk at Lake Champlain. I told my supervisor Mel about all these things I was going through and kind of the uncertainty and insecurities that I felt. And Mel took me on a walk and said, Jean, you have a vision. Why don't you work from there instead of working on how to get there? You know what you want to do, and that's literally the hardest part. And Mel kept talking about how, hey, I already have this great vision about creating these reading groups and making bulletin boards and celebrating. And that was great. That was good. Having those ideas is good. And working from there, instead of focusing more on how to do it. And in that moment, it helped me also think about my identity as a trans person. And I don't think I could have got this message other than from someone who also identifies as trans. With my identity, I know who I am, what I want, and I'll work from there instead of working to figure out who I am. I do know who I am, and society has made me feel like I don't. And just that message and the framework that Mel was coming at, helped me healthily think about my ideas, but also my, how I think about myself. And ever since then, I've focused on, me and what I want to do, instead of how am I going to get to this thing? How am I going to get to that thing? I already know what I want, and I'm going to work from there.